Hello everybody and welcome! Today we will talk about the sealed War of the Spark, and it is good. There you go. Video over. You might as well go home. It's a lot of fun. Honestly, like, I played the pre-release of the first Ravnica block. Not the very first one. What's its name? Not the Allegiance, the one before. Anyway, you know which one I'm talking about. And this one is a lot of fun because this one is less about like aggressive creatures, but more about, how should I say, a balance of control. Like playing a mid-range sealed is so much fun. I played it in all of them, and this has been one of my favorite games. I lost it, but by God, it was so good that I don't mind losing it. So here you see me sort of getting mana screwed. I'm playing as Grixis, and my opponent is currently, I believe, playing red. He's got green and red. I don't know what that one is. So this one kind of has different color combinations, which is Gruul. Yeah, I remember. Raska's Finisher, it's one of those very good value cards if you're in the right situation. If you combine with Chandra's Pyrohelix, it's a complete removal. And if you can remove something else, you remove 2 cards, so that will be 2 for 1 right there. Let's see what my opponent has. He takes it to the face. So in response, I will just get my Burning Prophet out. Cards like Burning Prophet are a very good kind of a long-term value because you get to scry. And scry is not something you see very often with red. My opponent sees that, and he casts Jaya's Greeting. So currently I have the card advantage. This is one of those games when you're like, yep, I have it, and it keeps on swinging. Now, Invading Manticore is a great card. It's a 4/5 for 5, but it has a Mass 2, which creates you a 2/2 body. Just a wonderful thing to have. So here I discovered that the Raska's Finisher only targets 1 creature and not 2. Let's see what happens. So this set is all about those interesting synergies in this game. It's got a lot of Planeswalkers, but Planeswalkers themselves are not that strong unless we're talking about like 6 cost Planeswalkers. The 3 cost ones, like they're nice, but unlike standard understanding of our Planeswalkers, they do not finish the game on their own most of the time. With the only exception being Ashiok, and he's kind of useless if you're not playing a mill deck. And the reason he's useless is because he has no effect on the board state. So Nahiri was one of my favorite cards in the pre-release for paper. She gives first strike to all of your creatures and equips spells cost 1 less to cast. So that first strike is a big deal. Also, she's able to do damage to all the creatures. Now, let's see. I feel like Liliana could have been good. Hard to say. I would swing and then... Yeah, swing and then Liliana. That would have been really good. Let's see what I do instead. Because it would leave me with 2 health. Her with 2 loyalty counters. That was a mistake. See, this is what happens if you don't read your cards. When you're playing sealed, it's a great opportunity to learn what a card does, and you kinda learn the important lesson of the RFC. The RFC is a common term that you will not often see, which stands for read the fucking card. Okay, got the Dreadhorde General. The situation's not that bad, so I would probably use the zombie. Now, Man, Liliana's actress really brings her A game to this, doesn't she? Let's see what she's got. Giant growth. That's a 1-for-1. Wrong. It's a 2-for-1. Yeah. I'm afraid this was not the game that I was thinking about, and as soon as you bring in a 6-drop Planeswalker, things might change. Regardless, this one, the Sealed War of the Spark, was one of my most fun events that I've ever had, so just in honor of that, let's watch another one. Here we go. We have Ral, Storm Conduit. Since we're playing Grixis, we might go with that. But since I do not have a black, I'm not able to cast the Dreadhorde Invasion, which is arguably the best card in Black Limited. Because every turn it creates a body. Of course, it will not work as well against a very aggressive deck. However, in this set, I've noticed it's very difficult to be very aggressive. At least that has been my experience. Got the Burning Prophet on the field, very nice blocker, it's a 1-3-for-2.
Make this quick, I'm bored already. Let's tidy up in there.
Yep, can't have this thing to do what it does. And now that I'm getting a swamp...
Waste of my time.
Oh, it's you burning.
What to cast? What to cast? I mean, Ral is a good spell to cast, but Dreadhorde Invasion is quite necessary right now. No, don't do it! Don't do it, damn it! Do the Dreadhorde Invasion, yes. Or... Yeah. This is a good cast right now. Because it forces my opponent under pressure. And if he does manage to kill the Herald of the Dreadhorde, still amassing 2, that's always good to have on the field. And next turn, if I pull a land, I will be able to cast both Dreadhorde Invasion and Ral. Okay, Sorin's Thirst. Interesting. No. See, I made a mistake there, with casting Ral, I should have cast the Dreadhorde Invasion at 20 health. See, I was under the impression that Kaya's Ghost Form was an instant or sorcery, but it's an enchantment, so it does not trigger his -2. Aven Eternal, yep, I will need that. Here I am suffering from the read the fucking card syndrome. So one thing you should take away from this is read the fucking card! Regardless, if he does die, he's gonna come back. The opponent uses an Ahiri.
Is a soldier in my army. You brought this upon yourself.
Win some. Beat me? Just try it. The forces of nature can show us many things.
4, 5. This will not be a good cast. As such, we'll put it behind. Because we just do not have enough mana. But it's a great for great as a finisher. See, I want that Herald to die. For a few reasons. Yep, Dread Horde Invasion. Now, next turn, because I have already amassed, I'll be able to swing with a 2/2. Oh boy. That's a lot of 2/2s. Well, normally I would not care. See, here I forgot that he has first strike, so that was a mistake. Now we will see the benefit of Ral, because Sorin's Thirst is an instant.
You're not gonna like this.
Sorin's Thirst also synergizes very well with all these cards. As you can see, I gain life and my opponent doesn't.
This isn't over.
A very explosive turn thanks to some great synergies. Now here he's dead, 2 of his creatures are dead with a single card, and Ral's -2 definitely made a lot of work. And let's not forget that 2 damage that he received and the 4 health that I healed for. So that was an explosive turn. However, my opponent has 6 cards in hand, so that can turn very quickly. Very quickly indeed. What to do? Just skips the turn. Wonder if he's getting mana screwed. Well, regardless, let's scry.
Guildmage, Planeswalker, Genius Inventor? I got it all.
Yeah, Tony Stark. They swing with everything. Let's see what he has. I'm suspecting an instant. Obnixilis' Cruelty, one of the best removals in the game right now. That's puts him at 7. I think I'm gonna put the Vraska's Finisher off, because right now I don't have any removals in hand, or any damage dealers. 4, 5. Now I deeply regret putting Vraska's Finisher. This we will keep. Oh, yes.
Into a potion? I'd never sell.
Now, this game, as you can see, it looks like I have it pretty much in the bag, or do I? Well, this is gonna be the game that I was sort of talking about. Let's see. Sorin.
Taste your neck. You'll taste my blade.
Now my opponent's creatures gain lifelink, which will bring him from brink of death. He has 2 mana open.
The weak draw.
Now, had my opponent, if he does not have a counterspell or something along those lines, this game will be over, and right now I'm making that exact calculation. Now you see how overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer. Okay, we got Chandra. Chandra's passive ability is whenever a loyalty counter is removed from her, whether by damage or by any other effect, she does that much damage to the target, player or planeswalker. So, my opponent has got 5 life. If I can remove 5 counters, which is what Price of Betrayal does,
For you.
yep, at this point I made the calculation, but I forgot one important thing. Let's see how it goes. And here it comes! Lazotep Plating makes all of his permanents hexproof, and thus, yep, I cannot submit 0, so I'll have to do damage to myself, I think. This would have been the game over, but now my opponent will be swinging for 6 and 7. And this is how quickly the tide turns. This is one of the beauties of this game is, well, how advantages can trade so quickly. And now Finale of Eternity will remove all the creatures, which is one of the cards that I pulled in the sealed. And it is a great card, arguably one of the best removals, board wipes in the game right now. Well, now we are down to the wire. We are gonna scry first.
Storms are like a
Raskus finisher.
I'm a great conductor.
There's no problem fire can't solve.
This might buy me some time. However, my opponent still has 4 cards in hand, and the tide turns very quickly. See, the Finale of Eternity is a great board wipe because it's selective. Sure, it's removing 3 creatures, but you know what? That's a lot of card advantage. Basically, if I cannot beat him next turn, it's over. Or if I can remove risk creatures. Since I do not have any board wipes, it's basically over at this point. However, that move with Lazotep Plating was just simply great.
My brainstorms bring actual thunder and lightning.
Let's light it up!
Well, I hope you at least enjoyed the synergies, some of the synergies that the new set has. It is definitely something to behold. I am really curious what kind of constructed decks that we're gonna see. And I would not be surprised if majority were composed of the cards from this set. I've already seen some curious stuff. Regardless, I hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you next time.